this is Gypsy K&G, and we're at the old Prairie Town. It's in Topeka, Kansas. Now, we never knew about this place until lately. Actually, till today. And it's really cool. It is free to get in. You do have to pay for the tour. It's very inexpensive. Or, looky here, you can do it on your phone. Yeah, that's what we should have done, but we didn't do it. We're not the smartest cookie in the bunch. So here's where I guess where normally pay your tickets. Now we're here right before Christmas, so there's not anybody here hardly. There was one man that was very nice that let us in one building, but basically, usually there's people here for tours. FBI. So this is Charles Sheldon's study in 1987. I guess that's his. Basically, he was an author, and you can sit there and stop it and read it. So basically, he was an author. He did study, and said this study, which is this building, I'm assuming it was located behind Shelton's home on College Avenue in Topeka, and was a place where he wrote many of his over 40 published books. Never heard of him, but there's a phrase. There was even little bracelets you bought that said, "What would Jesus do?" Well, he was the one that wrote that. There's a church, which is normal for here. I'm going to try to back up. I use my tablet a lot, and it has, I don't know why, but it has a closer lens than it normally. And this is a typical church from back and on the prairie years ago. So this is really nice. I mean, it really is a nice place. It's very nice and clean. So normally, if you can get it here just right, this place is open, and they serve Potwin, I guess they pronounce it, drugstore. And they actually serve as like an old-timey drugstore in there. As you can tell, it's closed now. It looks like the old wooden front like they would have had back then. And let's see if I can get in where you can see us. Christmas tree. Let's see if you can see it. Oh yeah, you can see it. See? It's like an old-timey drugstore. Look at here. You can buy stuff in there. Let me see if I can get in there. There, see? You can buy stuff, and you can get milkshakes, some malts, and this is pretty cool. So here's the information. I don't know if you want to see that. And so I'm going to go around. It's not that far. I'm going to go around one and then the other. Make a circle, in other words. Here is the old general store, and it's normally open. They sell like postcards. If you can see in there. That's so neat. Alright, I'll have to. Oh, something happened. Okay, there we go. If you can tell, we're right next to a highway too. So I have to look down. Here we go. Here's another old church. Look at this tree. I bet it's been here forever too. So this is located next to the botanical gardens as well. Look at here. And I had G get in there. So this is really awesome for children. I mean, I don't know. I never knew about it. So it's not open today, but normally you come back and they are open when they have people here. Can you imagine this old? We are so blessed nowadays. Oh my goodness. This is Everest Church. And I'll pause it on there. You can focus it. You can read about it. You can pause it. Look at this, a beautiful church. Look at the stained glass windows over there. I love their brick walkway. Now look at this. That had a fireplace in it. And there's a video on this. He did let us in here. So basically, what it is, he kept expanding as he got kids. This is called the Ward cabin. And Anthony Ward purchased this land in 1854. It included 3 small cabins. He combined the 3 into one as his wife, as they had children. And they had a total, I think, 8 children. And so he put it together. And this is the one that you can see the video that we actually went in. Yeah. It was really cool in there. Really nice. The man let us in there. And So,
original cabin before they built the mansion.
wow.
So when these people first moved here, this is the original, and that would have been the back door. And then, of course, with 7 kids, you needed some more room.
Look at this.
I can't imagine having 7 kids.
I like this corner shelf. That is cool. So is that the lady? That the mama?
Yes,
She got good bones. You know the stuff they have. It's actually quite bigger than I thought it would
we
be.
do have hearth meals in here. We call them a hearth meal. They'll come in and cook the meal on the fireplace and serve up to, I think, 13 is the most they'll serve.
Do y'all advertise when they do it? Because this is the first time we've ever been here.
I think they normally just call here and get an appointment.
Oh,
I don't know what they charge, whether it's $10 a plate or what it is, but
There's a wash tub. Can you imagine doing laundry and washing kids in that?
yeah.
with 4 disposable diapers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to be pretty close to the creek.
So that he added on.
Here's the bathtub one to the right.
You can't see
Probably.
it though. I don't think you can see it. I need the light.
A sliding door. So was this part of the barn originally when they turned it to a house? Or?
They actually,
Oh, there's even a second floor.
yeah, there's
Wow.
7 kids you had to put somewhere, so.
Yeah. They weren't shy about having kids.
My granny had 10. My mama's 1 of 10.
My mother-in-law is one of 13, and my dad is one of 6.
Wow.
But thank God, all of the offspring have got smarter. Except me, I had 4 girls,
Oh wow. That's why you lost your hair?
but I lost them before I got married.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry for your loss. It'd have been
No
bad.
big deal. Hair can be
Well,
really
I'm
nice.
talking about your hair.
Yeah,
What you talking
that's why I
about
lost
them?
my hair.
Oh,
She's not so sympathetic now.
I'm not so sympathetic now. So this was their
There's stairs to go
staircase.
up there.
It's just one less thing I have to do in the morning.
Well, you got a hat.
Well, and I gotta have my John Deere. I didn't know whether that
Oh,
would
thank
be.
you. Yeah. Look at that bathtub. That is a cool bath. You imagine heating enough water for that?
Eat on the stove.
Wow.
Hopefully you got to set in the white end.
Yeah.
Hopefully you were first.
Yeah, he didn't want to be the last one.
This thing don't want to focus because it's in the thing. That is really nice. That is nice that people donated this too. It was actually a nice cabin for back then, and it did have upstairs. You couldn't go up there, but it did have it. So, G asked him why there was those doors there, because I thought maybe it was a dog trot. He said no. What happens is years ago, when they built onto the log cabins, they put their animal in there, so the animals got to live in the cabin first. Isn't that something? And then they'd build another space like down here. So they built down there. The people got to stay in there. So the animals always got the first place to stay. They're brand new. That kind of be sad. But hey, animals had to stay somewhere. So you slept right next to your animals. Here's the well. Look at this well. Got an old bucket. I grew up with these. Okay, so there's a story. There, it's filled up, but so my grandpa and my great grandma played tricks on each other, and they lived up in the mountains up in the Ozarks. So one time he did something to her, and she did something to him, and he would throw her bucket into the well, and they'd have to fetch it out. This old blacksmith shop. Here's an herb garden. Look, here's a big old log cabin. All right, so I'm gonna hurry along. It's a nice little town. So up ahead of me is the barber shop, which was, gotta have barber shop in a town. Even years ago, most people, they cut their own family's hair. But, men gotta have a place to gossip back then too. So I know I used to go to the barber shop with my dad. We all gossip. Okay, this is the Ward-Meade or Meade Ward house mansion, and I have another video for it. And here's the barber shop. I'll show you what it looks like inside it. That's what I said. My daddy, I went with my daddy, and they sit there and gossip. The barber shop. And I will pause on that, and you can pause that and read about that. And I'll see if I can get a picture inside. Okay. And here is the old barber's chair. I bet that one very comfortable. At all. So you go on around, it's not very big. They got nice restrooms here. And it's right next to the highway, like I said. And I don't know what they have at that mansion, but it looks like they'd be a cool place to get married in the spring. Hey y'all, we're at the old Prairie Town in Topeka, which is part of Meade, what is it?
Ward-Meade Park.
Ward-Meade Park. So here's the mansion. This is Meade Mansion. Meade, I'm not sure exact name. Well, they're closed today. We came around Christmas time, and so if you want to come and visit, they do tours. And they also, you can do it on your phone. It's inexpensive. Nothing's open today, but we did get lucky where one guy let us in. So isn't this neat? So the back side is sandstone, and the front is brick. Look at these columns. So this is the first house in this part of the state that was this big and this nice. On there, I'll find the board here in a minute, and information board, and I'll stop on it so you can read. Look at this porch. I'd love to have this porch. So here's the old Prairie Town out here. We got to go in one building. And I'm gonna piece this together. There's a parking lot on the other side that you can come to. And it's in Topeka. And we didn't pay anything to get in. You do for the tour. Don't remember how much it is, but it's not much. So it's a Ward-Meade Mansions neighborhood. I'm going to focus on this. And you can pause it and read all about it. But it is really nice. It is nice that this is part of the park system too. Alright, I'm add some on to it. There's a botanical garden over there. But right now I'm not going to worry about going in because everything's dead because we are in Kansas. So here's a wigwam or a teepee. Basically they said they can build these in 1 to 3 days, and they're usually in a family. And there's a video on that. They're usually a single family lives in it. Here's the pots that they cooked with. Aren't we spoiled today, y'all? We're so spoiled. Hey, almost done. It's actually a nice day here. It's not bad. So here's brick. Look at these bricks. It's pretty. I'm gonna make somebody sick. So brick is typical here. You'll see that in a lot of towns. Brick streets. They're still here. Of course, there had to be a depot back then with the train. This is Pauline Depot. See what it says about it? 1910 right there. You can focus on it. Constructed, and so it drove all the way up to 1982. Pretty cool. Focus. There's the old caboose, and G pointed out, look how much this thing cost. So this cost $1927. This thing costs $4,200. That's a lot of money. Imagine delivering mail in this. This is how Wells Fargo. It says mill. There, see? Look how pretty it is, though. Don't you know that was rough? Yeah. That was rough. Here's the old stables. This is where basically it'll tell you, I'll focus on that. You can pause that and read it. Basically it's where the horses, people that stayed in town, they put their horses in their overnight. And they usually fed them lodging. This would be a really cool place to come. Bring your children. Very family oriented, educational oriented, and it's very inexpensive. So we're about ready to do our circle. These are where the restrooms are at, in case you need to know if you come here. So we're ready to do our circle. So we want to thank you for watching our video. We greatly appreciate it. And we will see you later, Gator.